Let's talk today about how to drop 20 kills. You know, this is really the number that I think you want to be shooting for, whether you're looking to finally break your PR and hit that 20 bomb, or maybe you're a better player and you want to start dropping 20 plus kill games more often. So today we're going to be doing a hybrid breakdown. I'm going to be giving you a few tips on how to start dropping 20 plus kill games, but also jumping in at certain points and really breaking down this 20 kill win that I had. Now, what I really want to focus on today, more than anything, is pace, and specifically, how many kills do you need in each circle to drop a 20 kill game? Yes, there's an execution component. Absolutely, you got to execute on your aim and movement, but we're not really going to be talking too much about that today, although I am going to leave you my video on how to get better aim and movement down in the comments. Now, as we're kind of getting loadout here, the first circle, you want to have 6 kills, and I'm going to keep this super manageable. When I break down how many kills that you want in each circle, you're going to realize that it is very manageable, and those 6 kills can come either way. You know, in this situation right here, I got 2 kills, we got a quick loadout, and now I'm going to start going in capitalizing on third partying, on taking advantage of players who aren't comfortable with floor loot, who may not have full plates, who aren't necessarily sure of where people are. So I'm going to go ahead and capitalize on the fact that there are people without loadout guns, but that's not always the case. Those 6 kills could come strictly from early game. You know, you could drop control here and be running around, using floor loot, comfortable with floor loot, using information to your advantage, and drop 6 kills. It doesn't always have to be with loadout guns, but loadout does help because you're going to be fighting with your guns. You got lethals, tacticals, and like I said, you're capitalizing on really taking advantage of people who don't have those. So right here, there's our 6 kills. Now, anything above 6 kills is going to be a huge advantage in helping us get to that 20 bomb mark, obviously. But what I also want to tell you is just because you don't hit 6 in the first circle doesn't mean that you're not still on pace and can't make it up. There is lobby health that goes into it, and you do have to be a little bit in the action. So there's kind of, I get it down there. I haven't gotten that kill yet. The other thing I'll talk about is landing spot. I am one that says land wherever you feel most comfortable. Land where you can win and, you know, you can pick up kills. There's kill number 6 and, or sorry, kill number 7 and kill number 8. This kind of brings up the next point, which is dying is okay. I want you to understand that you can die in a game and still drop 20 kills. In fact, I died multiple times this game. We'll talk about why. You know, there I get third partied really well. Didn't fully hear that guy, but he took advantage. He actually flew up from the boat zip and was able to kill me. Now, I get my loadout guns back, thankfully, and we're in a good spot here. I popped the communication tower. I see a few people down below. So we're going to go ahead and keep moving here throughout control, but understand that, you know, you can land in bio, you can land in chem, win your early game, and then rotate to the action once you get loadout, and at that point, you can still hit that 6 kill mark for the first circle. Now, watch this right here. You want to talk about the MP40? The MP40 feels absolutely incredible. I'll go ahead and leave a video down in the comments below for you as well to my second channel, which is where I posted my MP40 loadout. Right here, once again, I get third-partied. Multiple teams here. I kind of am low health. I don't have stims. We fly back in. We grab loadout. We're in a good position here, and I just get caught out in the open here. This is going to be death number 3, and notice that I'm kind of in the blender a little bit. But the other thing we're going to pay attention to is, what do you do when you don't have loadout guns? Right here, we're going to fly back in. Notice that my teammate here is down. Still, I've died 3 times already. We've got 10. I've died 3 times already. Doesn't matter. We're still going to drop 20 here, and I want you to understand that, especially when it comes to lobby health and pacing. Now, real quick, by the way, if you are looking to get better at Rebirth, just consider hitting that subscribe button down below. My whole goal is just to help you become a better Rebirth player. I do videos every single day, and I live stream on YouTube 4 days a week, so if you want to know when I'm posting and going live, make sure you turn on that notification bell. Now, right here in this regain process, we can't land on loadout, so I just need 1 kill. I know there's people floating around. I'm very comfortable with this MP40, which I always talk about floor loot comfortability, especially in the regain process, being able to take out somebody who has loadout guns. And by the way, right there, I checked. That's where I died earlier, right? I just died there a little while ago, so I checked just to see if my guns were still there. They weren't, but you never know. They could actually still be there. By the way, we are in second circle. So second circle is a little bit different here, and we'll talk about this after I take out these 2 players. Player number 1 right there. Notice that they're further back. One thing that I do want to be careful of here, and I want to highlight this, is notice that I actually went out into cover a little bit before. Yeah, let's pull back to here. Notice that I went out into cover a little bit before I was full health. That's a little bit risky. It is a little bit risky. It's something that I should pay attention to more. What I should do is let my base health reset and then go ahead and push out and grab those plates. Now, what we're going to end up grabbing here is I'm going to stick with the MP40. I feel very comfortable with it. We're going to go ahead and grab the AK, which, by the way, I might be doing a video on the AK soon because this thing actually is very good still. Now, we catch this one right here. Now notice I have 12 kills at this point. Still got plenty of time in second circle. So just a reminder, you want 6 kills in the first circle. Now what happens if you don't get 6 kills? Okay, I'm gonna create this kind of bigger picture here. You want 12 kills by the end of the second circle, right? That's gonna set up a good position for endgame. So if you get 4 kills in first circle, just know that you have to play a little bit faster. You've got to find a way to pick up some extra kills. If you get off to a hot start, you get off to 8 kills in the first circle, maybe you end up in the blender a little bit like I did here, just know that you're shooting for 12 kills by the end of that second circle. So first circle doesn't matter as much. Getting off to a hot start is super beneficial, but what's going to matter is kind of first and second circle combined, because those are the 2 longest circles that we have. Now, what do you do if you don't know where anybody is? You know, in this situation, not totally sure where anybody is. I just want you to think about where you've been and where the action could be. You know, if you are on one side of the map, in this case, we've been fighting in Control, we've been fighting in, you know, the front side of Prison. We were there for a little bit. We were in Headquarters for a little bit. So I'm going to start pushing over to the other side of the map. And all I'm looking for is some mini-map pings. All I'm looking for is shots being fired. I'm looking for some audio cues, something to get me back into the action here so I can get back on, you know, a decent pace. In this case, we end up popping a UAV. Super beneficial there. Good cash flow. We're in a good position. The other thing that I want to talk about is farming kills. Should you farm kills? With a 20 kill game, if you have a healthy lobby, you don't technically need to intentionally farm kills, right? I am talking about intentionally running away from teams a lot of times to give myself more potential. You do want to be cognizant of it and try to farm teams that you're better than, but you don't necessarily have to if the lobby is healthy. A lot of times what you'll run into is a situation right here where I get it down in thirst, and you're going to kind of see how this happens here. I'm going to go in and push roof. I'm going to flank a little bit. By the way, third circle, which we'll talk about in a second, how many kills that you want, but let's go ahead and push up top here. We're going to be really careful. You can technically take this right here as long as you don't auto mantle. I'm actually going to auto mantle it later, so you got to be really careful. I hear the guy throw the deployable cover down. We get one down right there. We get one down right there, and we're going to go ahead and push up. Now, this team is where I talk about I unintentionally farm this team. So I go ahead, I thermite him so that he goes back down. I get the thirst. Notice the other one's flying in. So at this point, I'm okay. Like, I didn't intentionally farm that team. I just that person respawn back in, and I'll take advantage of it. So you don't have to, although if you're a better player, you know, when we talk about farming, you want to farm for 30. So, you know, you should be farming. But if you're an above average, if you're a good player, don't feel like you absolutely have to farm teams to drop 20. Now, in terms of third circle, keep in mind, third circle is just about to close. We are looking for 4 kills, right? So now we're talking about having 6 in first circle, 6 in second circle, or bigger picture, 12 at the end of the second circle. Now 4 in the circle is going to put us to 16, which means we need 4 in that end game, which is very achievable based on positioning and like we always talk about, which we'll address again. Now TCAP has my cover right here. Notice that we grabbed the big game bounty. Why? We don't really know where anybody is. The lobby died out pretty quickly. In this game, right, I dropped 20 kills. The lobby died out quick, and I died 3 times. So that just goes to show you that, you know, it's still possible, and no matter what game you have, don't lose full, because your game can turn around very, very quickly. We're going to go ahead. I break him right there, so we're going to go ahead and push here. I already have one down. We get the down. We get the thirst. We get the thirst right there, and notice now we have a lot of information about where everybody is. We've got 17 kills. We've got 3 other teams left, and just because there's, you know, only 6 other people, those people will keep respawning back in. And notice our teammate quit, by the way. Our teammate did quit a little bit earlier. So just something to keep in mind. But you're starting to see how a 20 kill game is very achievable if we break this down into 6 in first, 6 in second, 4 in the third. Now we have fourth circle and on, right? Because you can have 4, 5, 6. All I'm looking for is 4 kills here towards the end, right? I need 3 for 20 because I was able to play a little bit quicker, or I was able to pick up an extra kill there. But for you, if you're following kind of the anatomy of the 20 bomb like you saw in the thumbnail, we are looking for kind of 4 kills in this last kind of end game right here. And of course the dub, we want the dub as well. So where's your power position? Where's your cover? I actually kind of don't use that this game. I could have pushed top prison, although it's a, you know, I wouldn't have been able to fully get up there. So I'm just kind of playing these dots right here, playing a little bit aggressive. I know I got one team over here. We're going to see what we can find. There's kill number 19 in a second. We're going to challenge this guy with Serpentine. Boom. We get the down. We get the thirst. One more above me. TCAP goes down. Although what I didn't realize is that TCAP goes down. The enemy actually RPG'd him. So they're both laying down. The last guy's back behind me. It's a one-on-one fight right here for the 20 bomb. So you see how it kind of perfectly comes together. Now, I know this player's low health, so the only thing I've got to be ready here is notice that my slide cancels are a little bit choppier, right? Notice the slide cancels are a little bit choppier. Why? I don't want to get caught in attack sprint here. So they are a little bit quicker. I'm not trying to get from point A to point B and fully capitalize on that attack sprint. What I'm looking to do is make sure that I'm ready. We're going to go ahead and armor satchel there, see what we can find around the corner. Don't see anything. One more time, one more peek. We hit shots right there. There's the 20 bomb. 6 in the first, 6 in the second, 4 in the third, 4 in end game. Win the game. Let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.